Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. It's Thursday. It's Korner Booth pregame.
Hey, this thing on? Hello, testing.
No debate, cause it's all. I'm too official, got the drip, I got the sauce. Bring the proof when it's time to tell the truth. I'll be at the corner booth, find me in the corner booth, yeah. Still standing and defiant. Slay the competition, cause I'm walking like a giant.
What's up, Twitter world? There's my little OJ.
He's got an autographed OJ photo.
Has anybody heard the story about the Glizzy guy?
He fits today's generation. Like,
Well, yeah, speaking of lady basketball players, Lola Bunny, bonkable. Yes or no?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in. Korner Booth pregame. It's Thursday. We are 2 weeks out from the NFL draft. Thank God I am getting bored. No, I'm not kidding. Sports world has been out of control lately, actually. We've got UFL picks tonight. Me and Matt's teams square off, see who is the best team in the league. The only two undefeated teams left, that would be the St. Louis Battlehawks, my squad, and Matt's DC Defenders, the Beer Snakes, whatever you want to call them. All I know is everything out of DC sucks, so it's whatever. Anyway, we also have a special guest tonight. We're making his Korner Booth return, at least for tonight. We'll talk a little Masters because the tournament kicked off today. Also, we've got, just NBA headlines. Luka's return to Dallas was hysterical. Nate, I know, is celebrating that. They're yelling fire Nico the entire time. So much stuff to talk about. We'll get into my co-host, ladies and gentlemen, Matt Ordazzo. There he goes.
Here we go. I got to press the button. What's going on, guys? Everything may suck in DC. Not completely denying, but there's one thing in DC that doesn't suck, and that is the Beer Snakes, 2-0 DC Defenders. Possibly Chris's team when he gets on. I mean, I bet you him as a kid loves snakes, and I bet you him as an adult loves beer. We put them together. I think he's going to be a beer snake guy.
I feel like you're fishing here, but it's okay. Nate obviously has all the picks in, so we'll kind of like have it up on the screen so you know what the lines are and everything. So obviously we'll go through the 4-pack in a little bit. Chris is our celebrity guest picker tonight. Oh, that's a surprise, ladies and gentlemen. Chris Lipoff.
Yo,
brother?
Time to go blue, baby. Let's rap.
He's got a dinosaur shirt. I love it.
Yeah,
Oh my god, I know it's Dinoco. That's awesome.
Ride with the king. I'm a Chick Hit guy, but they don't have any of his t-shirts.
Dude, this is true. So at his apartment, by the way, there is a little Chick Hicks underneath his TV in his main room. It is the funniest thing in the world. I saw it when I was there for the parade.
It's like a Hot Wheel thing, Maddie.
I was laughing.
Car.
Like, dude, he seriously is a Chick Hicks guy. This is great.
Yeah, Die Hard, bro. The Larry Bird of cars.
Hey, Chris, when you were a kid, did you like snakes?
Ooh,
No.
What about as an adult?
A what? Is Zindal?
Yeah.
What is that?
No, what about as an
he's
adult?
trying to turn you into a DC
as an
Defenders
adult.
fan.
They said Zindal.
Mm,
Well, my neighbor has a snake.
there we go. That's close enough. So you like
And,
beer?
Matt, go in timeout.
All right, so listen. So my psychological professional evaluation says that Chris likes beer snakes, and he's a DC Defenders fan.
I like Beer Snakes, but I'm not a DC Defenders fan.
I don't know. Look at this guy's
Wait, the
face.
Tampa Bay Vipers still there?
Now, okay, so the teams now are Nate's Arlington Renegades, my St. Louis
sick.
Battlehawks. I've been a Battlehawks fan since 2020, though, so I got to stick with them.
Why don't they say Arlington?
What'd you say?
Why don't they just say Dallas? So the Arlington? I mean, it's in Arlington, but...
Well, I mean, listen, Arlington is technically a separate city from Dallas, so...
Yeah, that makes sense.
If they said the Fort Worth Renegades, then we got a problem. That's a little too close.
I can't wait till Delco gets a team.
The Delco Wawas.
Yeah, dude, some like Delco, like Marbell Reds or something like that, dude. Something like a hard shit.
I think Kelsey had a good Wawa experience.
Yeah. I was talking to John yesterday. I thought I poisoned him.
I've never had it. I don't even know what to expect. I like what he said. I was like, it sounds like it's like a Domino's and like a Krausers. And
No,
I don't even
it's
know.
so much better. You got to experience it. Like, there's a Wawa by my uncle's house. I'm going down there to watch my kid cousin play JV ball or whatever the hell level he's at right now in about 2-3 weeks. I'm going to stop the Wawa on the way home. I'm not, usually I do like Taco Bell or I get like, my usual Popeyes order, but I'm going to stake it out for Wawa.
Where is the nearest Wawa?
I think it's northern New Jersey. So my uncle's town, Wayne, New Jersey.
Mine's 2 minutes from me. There's always.
Yeah, I did. Wait, didn't I pass it right before I got on 95 or whatever?
Yeah. So on Super Bowl night, there was a guy walking around Wawa with a microwave, beating people's heads in with a microwave because he was very hyped about the Eagles. The dude was hammered.
That's the most Philadelphia thing I've ever heard of. Are you sure it's not Are you sure they weren't just filming Always Sunny?
Yeah, it could be. Or Pizza Rolls could have been done.
Speaking of sunny and always bright and always happy, ladies and gentlemen, our producer Nate's here. Hi, Nate.
Yo, what's going on? What's up, Chris? Good to see you.
What's up,
man?
dude? Underdog. Dude, we're dogging off, dude.
Hey, dogging.
Hey. Keep that off screen. No number 3s out here, Chris.
No, not that way. Not that way. It's a clean.
Wawa was previously in Connecticut, and they pretty much said we were soft ass, whats, and they were like, we're going to go to Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Maryland, Delaware, Virginia, Florida, and now Ohio and North Carolina, and we're never come back to Connecticut, pretty much.
Well, Connecticut sucks as a state, so I live here and I hate it. So
I got to say real quick, good to see you, Chris. Good to see you, Matt. Good to see you, Boss, as well. Boss, I will say, you got an arm, Boss. Hey, by the way, you look good, Boss. You look like
you guys see the curveball slide out of my hand while I was trying to.
I saw that. Hey,
I felt so bad for a bullpen catcher. He was the poor guy was like, all right, what do you throw? I'm like, all right, so I got a 4-seam, a 12-6, a slider that I can turn to a slurve if I bend my arm a little bit. And
that
then
curveball is dangerous.
And then I got a change up. And he goes, all right, well, let me see the fastball. All right, I was pretty consistent on the fastballs. First 3 12-6 curveballs because I was trying to just throw it full speed. And it was sailing out of my hand and hitting the backstop. So finally, I was like, okay, dummy, it's an off-speed pitch. So I start to slow up on my motion, and I do the same over the top. And it's nice. It's kind of an 11-5 because it kind of moves across the zone a little bit. But it worked okay. And the catcher was like, honestly, 80% of the guys in this league won't hit that. I'm like, sweet. That's great.
Not bad. We'll take it. Are you starting? So you're obviously
I am a setup man. I'm on my Eric Gagne era at this point.
Holy crap!
Now that's a poll, right, Matt?
Eric Gagne,
2003 Cy Young winner Eric Gagne, the poster child for pitching steroids.
Yeah, you're the Luke Weaver of the Yankees right now, coming in the 8th. Except you actually get the job done, unlike the 9th inning guy.
Well, hey, listen, I was talking to Chris yesterday while I was watching the Diamondbacks commit a physical assault on the Orioles. That was brutal. 9-0 to end the series. Brandon Pfaadt was basically unhittable until like the 7th inning. And then okay. I think it was Adley Rutschman and Gunnar Henderson both got hits off. I was like, okay, we're going to pull them. Call the bullpen. Get our boy, by the way, Shelby Miller. Lost like 30 pounds, got a mustache, looks old as hell, comes in. He's like our most reliable bullpen guy besides Justin Martinez right now. It's crazy.
Max Fried went 7 innings, had 11 strikeouts, no earned runs, 5 hits, no walks, and it was 4-0 in the 9th, and Devin Williams gives up 3 runs right off the rip and just almost lost the game for us. Mark Leiter Jr., son of the second best Leiter, but it still worked out. Got the job done for us, so we didn't blow the game in his perfect game. But Ben Rice hit a big bomb, so the whole day was just fried rice. Max fried rice.
Stop. Oh, wait. I have fried rice.
Hell yeah.
Yes, sir.
Nate's out here steering into stereotypes.
Hell yeah. Hey, on Monday I'll mention pho. Today is fried rice. Oh, I love this show.
Oh, I didn't get to go get pho yesterday. Damn it.
Hey, this weekend. It's all good.
Did you get the chow?
Listen, I gotta bury my grandmother tomorrow.
No.
And then Saturday's job apps in the gym, and then Sunday I got baseball.
Oh, okay. I got chow mein and fried rice.
That's eventful.
Oh yeah, it's great. I wouldn't. I mean, it's not going to be like. Listen, it's going to be sad. Obviously, we're my grandmother, but the funeral was 2 months ago. Like it was Super Bowl. It was Super Bowl Friday. So I'm good. It'll be nice to see some family I haven't seen in a couple months, and some family I haven't seen in 2 years. But it'll be nice. Just good to finally let her be at peace. But I will get some fun next week, Nate. Also, Maddie, I discovered the greatness that is Ross, the Dress for Less place.
Strip for less?
No, that's called the timeout on whatever is it 132.
Oh, yeah.
But Ross is kind of lit.
Yeah, they
I went
opened
in
up
there.
in,
There were chicks walking up and down the
Trumbull?
aisles, like shoveling in Nike Dunk lows. I'm like, dude, what the hell? And like
At Ross?
yeah, Ross, dude, and they had Jordans, and they like. But the problem was, I went there at 6:00 at night. They were cleared out. So the chick who worked at the Dollar Tree next door had to get a Red Bull before I went to the with baseball last night because I was exhausted. Because my dumbass went and did a full upper body workout and ran yesterday morning, and then went to baseball and tried. And then I realized I'm not 21 anymore. 2 a days hurt. So today I'm walking around the demo site for my neighbor, like just not feeling good at all.
Hobbling. Yeah.
Bro, I was hobbling, man. And my poor father is sitting there with me. It's like, you good? I'm like, I'm so shot right now. Like, I felt it in my shoulder this morning. I'm going to be ice. Like, literally, my routine tonight was going to be playing Xbox with the boys, ice on the shoulder, and, like, beers to the face. And then hopefully that heals me up by Sunday because I got to pitch.
So, do you have, like, a walk-up song?
Oh, I'm debating what I want to be. For hitting, I have, like, a couple. But, like, for pitching, half of me wants to do Wild Thing because, shout out Major League.
Do Hot in Here by Nelly.
No, I'm thinking like I gotta do like Annie Up by MOP, just something just out of control, or
you can do like Let's Go by like Trick Daddy and like Twist.
No. If we're gonna do Trick Daddy, we gotta do Shut Up. That's the best one.
That's a
You
good one.
realize I'm a Hurricanes fan, so Trick Daddy's like royalty to me. It's the same way like Meek Mill is to Philadelphia Eagles fans. Trick Daddy is to my Hurricanes.
Get up!
Yeah, that just happened. They had the 1 year anniversary of that the other day.
Situated right.
Oh my god, dude, we're coming up with a 1 year anniversary of when we had to tell Nate what Diddy did wrong.
Yeah.
Did he do it? Did he
Did he do it? Did he do
it? Dude, if you
like, Nate, we need to find that clip and then post that on TikTok, and hopefully we don't get sued.
Hey, it's worth a shot.
Hey, listen,
if it was
it's
like
okay. The Diddler's in jail, so hopefully his legal team won't come after us.
What were you saying,
if it was like the top of the eighth and I was like first up to bat and Jared just comes in and I just hear like Dancing Queen, I would definitely be like, I'm not hitting anything off this guy. If like, he just strolled out, he was just like dead serious. Dead serious, jogged out to Dancing Queen, cut off jersey, t-shirt, or whatever, I'd be like, this guy's about to throw 96 right past me. I'm gonna just go sit down.
I think my hardest fastball came in like low 80s, and I was like, this ain't bad for me not pitching since I was 21 years old.
And
I take it.
You give me a hanger, dude. I'm sending it to the club level,
dude. I'll take Bartolo Colon speed any day at 29.
Listen, I'm 30. I'm like, the fact I was, and the thing was like, I was throwing a lot harder than half my teammates. Like our starting pitcher is also he's also our head coach and our manager. It's a weird league I play in. This dude has like this weird like herky jerky like sinker slider motion, and it's crazy. And him trying to throw me BP was nuts. But I had to buy a new bat, dude. My 20-year-old wooden bat shattered on the first. Didn't shatter, but it cracked up the barrel on the first swing.
I told you, buy a torpedo, dude. Just freaking send it.
Honestly, if I hit if I hit a couple of big ones this week on the Masters, I will buy a torpedo bat and show it off on air. I will.
Who'd you bet on?
Do they sell them?
I took one on obviously Bubba Watson because he's top 10 right now, which is crazy. Or at least he was.
I got Corey Connors.
Ooh, I have to check my bets, but I definitely obviously put my boy Scotty Scheffler. Obviously, got to do it. Also,
Min-Woo Lee.
No, I did put on an Asian, but he's an American Asian.
Hideki Matsuyama.
Yeah,
I go for him every year.
Yeah,
and then dude. Obviously, like his Bubba Watson finished top 10 was like 20,000 to 1 when I put the bet in. So I'm a big Bubba Watson guy.
I have Rory. Rory's my favorite golfer.
Rory always blows it at the Masters. Oh, by the way, if you want just a fun golf game to play, the Masters, the Road to the Masters EA sports game on Xbox Game Pass is fire. Me and my buddy Pat Shaw, former co-host of the show, literally have been playing on and off together, like against each other, like just a twosome just playing like 9, 10 holes, and 9 or 18 holes. It's been fun. I played the Waste Management Open, which was so much fun because when you hit that first shot at 16, you're like, oh my God, it's like playing golf at an NFL stadium. This is amazing.
Yeah,
You can get a torpedo bat for 170.
That's not bad, dude.
Where'd you find that one? Amazon?
No, I just Googled it, but it's like Louisville Slugger is the.
Oh, yeah, they make one. Yeah, so I took Bubba Watson to finish top 10 at 1,500 to 1. Steven Yeager to finish top 10 because he's like, I think he's at 5 right now. Michael Kim, that's what I put in to finish top 10, Nate.
I got
my guy.
Scotty Scheffler to win and finish top 10.
I got Corey Connors to win. I took Colin Morikawa to win. I love Morikawa. Rory's obviously my guy. Been a fan for a decade.
I apologize for my Rory comments. I just call it how I see it.
No, I mean, yeah, I know. He was under 4 and then he finished even. He blew the last 4. I'll make the cut though. And then I took Will Zalatoris, the lookalike from the Happy Gilmore movie, the caddy.
Bro, Bryson DeChambeau finished on a hot streak. He finished in the top 5. Good for Bryce.
You want a value pick? Hideki Matsuyama is plus 10,000.
Right
He's plus 10,000, which means he's not going to win. But if for some reason he did, what an
Hey, listen, it's almost that time for us to send Chris a nice investment pick for the Kentucky Derby. So,
oh yeah, Mystic Dan is he competing again or is he retired?
Dan, oh,
we're going back to back.
We're going back to back. I just remember last year.
All right, okay. I got a question though. Like this is, I guess, I don't know if we have any horse connoisseurs in the chat, but if you're a horse connoisseur, what after like the horse wins a Triple Crown, like what do they do with the horse?
They go to stud, baby.
They go to stud.
They get to
like,
graze on a
like
farm
heaven?
and pipe for the rest of their life. It is a literal greatness.
What do they what do they send it to like a secret
They
farm?
send it
on,
to
like,
a farm where they have it like breed with other horses to make like legitimate like racehorses. That's literally what they do. If they're like
Flying Mohawk.
No way, bro. I'm gonna name my kid, dude. Freaking
Journalism.
American Promise.
Journalism. He's gonna lose. Give me my town almost flooded away. Give me floods on a 200 to 1 to finish in the top 5. Let's go,
Dude,
baby.
Chunk of gold. Like Owen Almighty.
These are all like, dude. Actually, no, I'm not gonna say that. It's a clean podcast.
Flying Mohawk. That's my winner right there. Flying Mohawk.
Yeah, I was looking at that was the first thing that caught me off. Flood Zone. Flying Mohawk.
Dude, I swear to God, these guys gotta pop like ayahuasca or some like shrooms before they name these guys. Like, what the hell are these names?
Tiz-tastic. His trainer is Jewish.
Wait, I think you said something completely different than Tiz.
No, Tiz-tastic, not Jazz Jism. Tiz-tastic. Coal Battle, Citizen Bowl, Publisher.
Built.
Read my
I like that. I like 24. Built.
Hey, read the comment and then the word Sandman. Tell me, like that's not like you hear.
Flood Zone Sandman.
Yeah, bro. Bro. Yeah, I got Citizen Bull out here.
Dude, so
I like Owen Almighty too.
Dude, I like Chunk of Gold. Makes me think of like Manifest.
A lot of these are great, and then there's like a couple lame ones like Journalism, Publisher.
American Promise sounds like a failed WWE name.
Burnham Square is kind of lame too. Sovereignty. I feel like that's politically charged somehow.
Give me Flood Zone. Flood Zone seems like
Dude, I'm like Southbury recognition. Flood Zone. Here we go. Listen. I'm definitely gonna give Chris an investment for Flying Mohawk, and then maybe give me a Flood Zone because it is my town's moniker. But also, if we're gonna throw one in there, I'll take Sandman for like a couple bucks. Cause I know the Kentucky Derby is such a crapshoot every year.
I like American Promise just because there's a guy named running it, and then I like Luxor Cafe.
Yeah.
18. Bro, it's like a French restaurant.
Heart of Honor. What is this? A video game? Jeez.
Damn,
Get
bro.
over yourself. It's a horse name.
Well,
All right.
Once-
We've had
once
enough
you-
Kentucky Derby fun. The Derby, I believe, is in 3 weeks or a week. It's
May
the week
3rd.
after the NFL draft, which should be fun. So obviously, we'll have to have Chris either sneak on for 5 seconds or for 20 minutes, talk Derby. Because Chris, you are my favorite person to talk to about the Derby because you go all out with the names and the guys winning. We get side by side. Like I think I was at a barbecue or a grad party or something. No, it was somebody's birthday, and I was out. We were bar hopping, and I'm getting update texts from Chris every 5 seconds about what's happening in the freaking Derby.
Dude,
And
I
I'm-
narrated that shit like it
I was laughing my ass
narrated
off.
that shit like Merle Reese, dude.
My
You gotta
buddy
do a
was in the
voice message
service,
next
was
time,
literally
just
sitting there
like
with me at the bar. And he's like, "What are you laughing about?" I'm like, "I'm just showing him your text stream," and he's we're all dying at the bar.
He's
Chris,
got
you
the
made
50,
half a
he's got
bar.
the-
Chris, you made half the
You
bar.
got-
laugh.
I love
You
the bar.
gotta do a voice message next time for commentary, but you gotta do like Jim Ross, like commentary for.
Son of a bitch!
You just can't move your
You
upper
killed him!
lip. He's like, my God, he's got the chair.
Oh my god! Oh, so Triple H just got us.
I
one
thought you were
win.
going to say Jim
It's
Rome. I was
broken.
like, how does he relate to horse racing?
No,
It'd
just
be
don't.
funny. It'd be funny.
You just can only move your bottom lip. That's it.
Oh god.
So basically, like right now, like my oversized mustache, I gotta shave the mustache. It's
I was
so,
gonna say the goatee's pretty hard, dude.
yeah, I love the goatee, but the problem is my mustache has gotten so thick. If I comb it down to where it is usually, it is like I was trying to eat like a foot long sandwich today at lunch from like this really great deli, and I had to go through like half a roll of paper towel, wiping the freaking olive oil and like everything else out of my beard,
That's
and I'm
beard
like,
oil.
this is ridiculous. You know, I put beard
Yeah,
oil in all the time. Problem is, it still absorbs the contents of the meat. So I'm like,
The
of the
cowboy
sandwich.
who thought the squirrel was a mustache. iCarly.
Listen, there was one time I shaved everything except for my chin, and it was down to here. And I walk into class, and me and Matt's professor goes, "What the hell is on your face?"
Gandalf.
No, I was Kevin Euclid.
Oh,
It
I used to love
yeah.
that dude. Best batting
Jared had-
of all time.
Jared had long hair, no hair, beard, no beard in college, just long chin beard, nothing. I don't know.
I have continuously changed my look so many times.
You should like renew like an ID, and then go through TSA and see if they question you.
Well, the thing is, I looked at my license. When I took my license shot, I was easily 350. Oh, no, sorry, 350. I was probably about 310, 320. And now I'm like 275 right now. I'm like, oh my God, my face is like half as round as it used to be. What the hell?
I'm Christian Bale.
Oh my God. All right. So we got to talk some sports. So Chris, you'll love this. So last week we saw a graphic that was so bad for ranking playoffs. It had the WNBA as a higher seed than the college football playoff. It had the NHL playoffs as number 2 over like the NFL, the MLB, NBA, whatever. So last week we had the boys from High Low on. Kelsey's absolute like degradation against the MLB playoffs was disheartening. Me and Matt made the poll for it. Nate, obviously, I know baseball is such a disheartening sport for you, so you took NBA. Obviously, your team is better in the NBA. I understand why. See, I'm a baseball guy. I always will be. Basketball to me is a fun sport to watch, and it's cool for clicks. But honestly, basketball to me hasn't been the same since like KG left the Timberwolves. It's what it is. It became my third sport that fast, and now it's my fourth sport. Now that college football has become my third. Baseball and college football jump rope every year. It depends on how much the Diamondbacks or the Hurricanes piss me off. So if you ever go in my room and you see my wall of hats, you'll see it always is the Eagles hat first. I have one Eagles hat. The other one is over here, retired. It's one with the camo brim. And then you either have my 3 Diamondbacks hats or my 2 Hurricanes hats, and they flip-flop depending on which one's pissing me off more that week. I'm not kidding. I do that all the time. So right now the Diamondbacks are making me feel great about myself, so they are right in there, and the Hurricanes, until they play a football game where they make me forget the fact that we wasted our 1 year with Cam Ward because we had no secondary, then they'll come back up to 2. It always depends. Like the Diamondbacks blew that like 7-game lead they had in the wild card to the back of the back. It's how I am. I'm very
like a nasty ex-girlfriend.
facts. It's okay. I was listening to Rogan and Ron White today. It was the most hilarious podcast where none of them actually told a joke. It was just stories. Ron White, even sober, is one of the funniest human beings I've ever heard in my life. Anyway, all right. So speaking of funny, so Nate, I don't know if we could rearrange the brackets because because we have the final 4 in the Sweet 16. So advancing was March Madness taking on the it was the 5 seed NBA versus FIFA World Cup taking on the NFL. Those are the 2 matchups. And we'll pick that, and we'll pick the championship. I'll pick the championship next week. Why not? Who cares? But
Really good.
I know, but you know where I'm going to go. Football is king to me. So it's I will say,
I get it.
We'll start off with NFL versus FIFA, and when Nate is the best producer on the planet, so that's what happens. But all right, I'm going NFL. I'll give you 3 reasons why. We're doing this by American standards. This is the whole caveat here. This is why I'm kind of happy Kelsey and DJ didn't come on, because the way they were talking, I wasn't going to like their answers. My first thing is that 1, the NFL is the biggest sport in America. 2, the NFL playoffs are entertaining as hell, even to a casual fan, wild card through Super Bowl. Super Bowl is the second most viewed, I believe it's the second most viewed championship game for any sport in the world. I'd have to get clarification on that, but I heard something like that. It's always like FIFA World Cup obviously is the highest. But the problem is in America, where this is the current we're taking leagues, once Team USA is eliminated, viewership in America, aside from actual soccer fans, drops off. So, with that being said, I'm going to go with the number 2 seed NFL over the number 3 seed World Cup. Very close. If Team USA makes a run, this is no contest. FIFA wins. But the problem is, this happened the last 3 or 4 years in a row. When Team USA is not in the World Cup or is knocked out in the group stage or the group 6, round of 16 or even farther, once they're knocked out, I don't care. I'm like, who cares? It's just some team that I can name 2 players on. I don't care. That is my reasoning behind it. As a non-soccer fan, except for international play and Rocket League.
Rocket League. I love Rocket League.
I do too, man. It's so much fun. All right, Maddie. Or Chris, you're the guest of honor. Go.
Okay. I'm going to I'm going to go with the World Cup. I think the NFL is great. I think the NFL is great in their own way. And I think the NFL is great in America. And you were correct about that. But the inspiration about soccer in the United States is not only came from the emerging young team of the U.S. I mean, I can take you back to the mid-2000 years when David Beckham came to the LA Galaxy and brought a whole wave of fans to the United States. And that was just the MLS at the beginning, and the MLS wasn't anything at that point. The MLS, they were still playing on actual football fields. They didn't have their own stadiums. Now we fast forward about a decade later, and the greatest player to ever play the sport, Lionel Messi, has came to Inter Miami and has been the face of the MLS for the past about 2.5, 3 years. He's brought
holy crap.
He's brought so much entertainment, so much viewership to the sport itself, and has boosted United States viewership so much that there's so many emerging expansion teams that are coming in, and I'm talking all over the country. And now we're talking about a tournament of the World Cup that only comes around every 4 years. I would disagree on that. I don't think USA viewership stops when the United States
statistically drop once
because if I take you back to the 2022 World Cup final, it was Lionel Messi, which again is one of the most profound athletes to ever touch the field, and Kylian Mbappe, rising star in the making and still rising. Hector, Hector obviously will know a little bit more because he's on his Real Madrid team, but that World Cup final was one of the most viewed matches out of everything compared with the Super Bowl, the World Series, the Stanley Cup, and the NBA Finals. Like, the FIFA isn't just big in the United States; it's big in the world. It's big around the world.
So that's the only issue. Is this we're talking about USA specifically? This is not world. This is the world.
If I had to bank on it, I'm gonna go with FIFA just because I think that it being into the States in 2026 is going to boost everything. And I'm talking about popularity, revenue, wealth for cities. It's going to do a lot for Philly, I know. And it's going to raise like a whole generation of soccer fans. I mean, it's just what the sport does. It's a growing sport. It's not going to stop growing. It's a year-round sport, so they only stop playing for like a month. So I'm gonna go FIFA here.
All right, Maddie.
Well, on one hand, I have a league where I've seen the rise of players' careers like Malcolm Butler, and I've seen the downfall of players' careers like Antonio Brown. I've also seen backup quarterbacks and other players win Super Bowls for their teams. Trent Dilfer, Nick Foles, that was fun times. Case Keenum with the Minnesota Miracle. With the Minnesota Miracle to Stephon Diggs in the divisional round of that year. And then the other hand, I got FIFA, which every 4 years a World Cup comes on, I root for Italy and they get knocked out pretty quick. And then I go root for USA, they get knocked out pretty quick. And then I have nothing to look forward to. I've tried very hard to sit through a full soccer game. People say baseball's boring, man. Listen, man, I struggle. I do it, but I struggle. I got to go with the NFL playoffs.
I would rather watch baseball than soccer. I hate saying
I
that.
would rather watch.
I'd rather watch soccer than baseball. I love the Phillies, but it's just if you will understand the game, like you're into it. You're into it. Like it's like golf. You got to get into it to be for it. I mean, I'm not saying like it's a bad thing that you're not. But
no. I completely get your point.
I'm saying like one of those things. It's like you just got to adapt yourself to it and just like okay. There's a lot more than just a general game. Like there's tournaments. There's
soccer is so cool how they do everything around the world. It is awesome. All I'm saying is, unfortunately, for the United States, Matt is the poster child for my argument.
Oh yeah, no, I get it.
That's what I'm saying. This is the only reason this is like the 7-10 matchup with a good 7 seed in the tournament. They have to play the hot 10 seed that just came in off of a tournament win. They're ripping hot. The problem is the NFL is the most talked about league in our country. Not even close. Every team, you ask who their favorite football team is, every team's got a team. Everyone in the world. Even listen, even my sister, you say, hey, what team you root for? My sister has watched probably 5 NFL games in the last 7 years. Eagles. She's got an Eagles hat. She knows 2 players in the Eagles, maybe 3. And she hasn't watched the game in 3 years. But she knows the players. So she knows the team. So that's what it's a culture thing in the United States. Nate, are we tying this or are we swinging for the NFL here, brother?
I ain't gonna lie, man. I love the NFL, dude. I love them. Football's always my first love. Always look forward to watching Super Bowl every year. But the World Cup is different, man. I think it's something that, for something that happens every 4 years and the cultural significance it has. I know you mentioned from the NFL, you choose the NFL from, an American perspective, but in terms of like the entire world, right? Like, yes, the whole world does watch the Super Bowl, I'm sure, but the World Cup, it means so much to much more to people around the world because they have their own countries that they're rooting for, they're watching, whether it's their favorite players or just maybe family members that play for the team or whatever the case may be. Like, it's just, for me, the cultural significance, there's there's never a dominant team. Like obviously these past 3 years with the NFL playoffs, right? It's like, oh, the Chiefs until of course you and Chris's Philadelphia Eagles broke that trend, and thank you so much for doing so as always. The World Cup is different, man. I mean, like every 4 years is always a different country that ends up winning. It's never like it's not just Argentina, it's not just France. Like heck, the U.S. can the U.S. always has a chance, right? And it's always those underdog countries like a Canada or in Italy. Maybe in the future, Italy is an underdog country that might show up and stuff like that. But just considering just the I can't find the words. Just all these countries participating, and soccer is it's fun, man, and the whole world does play it.
What you
compared
guys
to
keep
football.
not understanding about this bracket, it's about America. I don't care about the rest of the world. I could care less.
What we're saying is what Nate was trying to say, and I heard what Maddie was saying. Like, even people because Maddie has an Italian background, he watched Italy play.
Mm-hmm.
I
watch Poland. I root for him. Shout out to my boy Robert Lewandowski.
That's viewership in the United States.
Yeah,
but you have a Poland back.
Here's the only problem. I knew this was going to happen the second our other guest canceled. So I have a contingency. Because it is, because the bracket was a certain host's idea, and it was also, I'm the one. It's the show we produce. Just like in Congress, the vice president's seat is worth double. So in this case, the host's seat is worth double. In the case of a tiebreaker, my vote is worth double. NFL advances. My only issue, and this is why I will push this past. I love the World Cup. I think it's one of the greatest sporting events ever. In terms of world economic and sociological impact, and just how much it means to everyone, the NFL and the World Cup's not even close. The World Cup surpasses it. In the United States, it's not close. That's why I had to pull the card. Because in this case, the NFL, as much as soccer fans, and I admit I like soccer, it's a fun game to watch, but it's very regionalized. You talk to somebody in Wisconsin, Louisiana, Nebraska, Texas, they don't care about soccer unless they're from like a big city. Seriously. But you go to the coasts, oh yeah. Listen, I love soccer. I'm a New England Revs fan. We're terrible. I still root for them. But at the end of the day, in the United States, there's no bigger sporting event than the Super Bowl. That is why it advances with my second vote. And we're moving on. You guys both make great arguments. Honestly, this is probably the closest ever.
100%.
I honestly almost pulled a coin flip, but I was like, there's one problem. The Super Bowl is the biggest sporting event in America. It passes. Sure. It knocks FIFA out. Listen, Chris, you are right, though. 2026, if we even make a modest run, this whole thing gets tossed out the chamber. That is my only thing. It's like,
yeah. I mean, that's if they do. Like, that's the problem with this team. It's like they're just. I mean, they should have. I mean, they just had Copa America last year. They're just a step away. It just seems like there's always a step away. But I would say this 2026 team has got youth in it, but they have experience. So I mean, experience. So.
They do need to get their stuff together though, because after what we saw recently in the, I think
they played awful
the Nations, right?
Didn't they lose to Panama?
Yeah, they lost to Panama. Yeah,
it was like 1-0. It's ridiculous.
It was an ugly game. Because I have two buddies who I hang with all the time. They're both big soccer fans. They're both New England Revs season ticket holders, and they're both like, dude, this is the worst thing we ever watched. So 1-0 loss to Panama of all teams, but. We're moving on. March Madness, the number one seed, because they're the ones who inspired this bracket. Men's and women's combined, Chris, because I do not discriminate, versus NBA playoffs, pulled off the upset against MLB. Chris, I'm curious. No explanation. NBA, MLB, who wins in your opinion?
Wait, say NBA, MLB?
Yeah, versus MLB. That was the last round matchup. I'm just curious.
MLB.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, Kelsey being the most Kelsey being the most. I know Kelsey being the most like I love the kid to death, but the most like self-deprecating Giants fan I've ever met in my life. He's like, yeah, we got our 3 titles. We deserve to be terrible. I'm like, what is wrong with you? I want listen. The Eagles just won the Super Bowl. I want to win the next 12. Okay, I don't want to lose again. That's how I am as a fan. So to me, it's like I don't rest my laurels on we won one. What's Kendrick Lamar say? It's not enough. So like in this case, NBA playoffs, March Madness. Now my team blew a 30-point lead the other night and made me want to literally shove a beer can through my eyeball. Thanks, Ant, and the rest of those loonies up in Minnesota. March Madness, one of the GOAT sporting events, times of year. Everyone makes a bracket. I don't think the NBA comes close. I'll go around the horn. Does anybody have the NBA pulling off this upset? Yeah, I didn't think so. Unless Christy's got like a compelling argument to change my mind.
Sorry, I sneezed like 3 times.
You're good. Are you okay?
Yeah, dude.
I'll say God bless you 3 times. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you.
As long as you're not dying.
Beetlejuice.
Ain't the same, bro.
I can't say it a 3rd time, dude. We want that guy running around here.
Nice head reference. I love that.
Yeah, it's like one of my favorite movies. Dude, March Madness is
hell yeah.
Dude, the NBA. I'll just say the only good thing about the NBA playoffs is like the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, the last
like
5 minutes of every elimination game.
Yeah, it's the only meaningful thing. It's like you either get blown out or it's the last 5 minutes.
Okay, so I'm not crazy here. I don't understand why the NBA advanced. I literally sat there. I'm just like, really?
The NBA got bodied.
Finals are fun if it's a good matchup. Major League Baseball is so random.
The NBA got bodied so bad by the NHL 4 Nations. Like obviously it's different from the playoffs, but like,
dude, we talked about the 4 Nations for like, I think Chris, you were on the show for one of the shows. We talked about it for like 45 minutes. It was a great tournament.
Yeah, it was absolutely unreal. It just sucked. We always come up short against Canada, but maybe next time.
And none of us even watch hockey like competitively except for you.
Yeah, I love it. It's just the Flyers are abysmal. I'm poaching for new teams.
Hey, listen, my Penguins aren't much better, buddy. So I'm right.
It's all about the Sharks.
Your Cups, though.
It's all about the Sharks.
Yo, shout out Joe Thornton, baby, one of my favorite players of all time.
Big Joe Thornton with the long beard and Brett Burns.
Great Joe Thornton. I loved him back in the day, bro. He was that was my dude. Also,
when I played Little League, when I was in my hockey league when I was younger, they were like sponsored by NHL teams. We were the Sharks, and I was like, dude, I wish I had a Joe Thornton beard. I could just tape it on my face while I play.
That's awesome.
Like 8-year-old Chris, a little Joe Thornton beard.
Yeah, I've been like, score. Oh, I got like it.
Dude, I had a Joe Thornton signature hockey stick. That was like we used to play. I was in like a little pond hockey pickup league in my town. So like me and like 20 of my buddies would just go out and play hockey in the pond, like 4-on-4. It was fun as hell.
That was the best, dude.
I couldn't skate, so I used snow boots. I would literally slide around my snow boots, and it was fun as hell.
Dude. Just start gliding.
Dude, I was gliding. I was sliding around. It was like I had Heelys on.
That's amazing, dude.
We used to use like snow boots as like the goalpost. It'd be hilarious. All right, so there we go. The finals matchup is going to be the 1 versus 2 seed. Shocker. After I reseeded this, I knew this was going to happen. We have the NFL next week. We have the NFL versus March Madness.
Question: does the East being trash?
Yes, it ruins the WNBA playoffs. Yeah, because here's the thing: we know it's going to be probably Boston with a mild chance that like New York might do something if Cat's healthy, but like Indiana's an okay team. But Philadelphia, like Chris, I wanted the Sixers to be good so bad this year. I'm so sorry.
I'm fucking dude. I'm actually happy because like they figured out like okay, we're not gonna make the playoffs probably, so let's tank. Let's tank as far as we can, and if there's a shot to get Cooper Flag, there it is.
Cooper Sharp Flag. Oh, dude, imagine if he goes to Philadelphia.
Dude, my dad brought up like a good point with that. So, like a while ago, when the Sixers were like rumored to leave Wells Fargo and go down to Center City, which is like the dumbest idea of all time, Adam Silver convinced the Harris Group, Elton Brand, and Daryl Morey to stay at Wells Fargo, because like it's going to just build so much revenue, and it's going to.
Where would they put an arena in Center City? I've been there before. There's not
Well,
much
it's
real
gonna be
estate.
it's gonna be like on Market Street, like next to Chinatown, and I'm like, well,
Why? That makes no sense. How are you supposed to get to a game and fill it in that?
well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Where the hell are you gonna park? But like, so Adam Silver doing that, my dad's like, maybe because we all know. I'm sure we all know that the NBA draft lottery is rigged.
Oh, it's rigged as hell. Minnesota should never have gotten the
Le-
Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah,
pick, but
LeBron
they
went
did.
on McAfee and said that. Like, we all know it's rigged. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just glad he said it. But like, my dad was like, Adam Silver could throw. You imagine Adam Silver could throw the Sixers a bone and maybe get the first pick, because if you think about it, like Cooper Flag is. I don't know if he's generational, but like he's too big of a player to.
Don't sound Washington.
Yeah, like you can't watch him in Utah. You can't watch him for the Wizards. You can't watch him for the Pelicans, the Trailblazers. Like,
I mean, the Pelicans you can kind of get away with because
I don't think they're gonna do that, dude.
They
But
won't do it though because it's not a marketable enough team.
I'll tell you 3 teams that are gonna get him, and I think 1 through 3. One is gonna be the Brooklyn Nets because of New York, and I think he's from Maine.
Yeah, he's from
Cooper
Maine.
Flag. 2 would be us because we're obviously pretty bad, and hopefully we have our pick and not the Thunder. And 3 would be probably the Spurs because the Spurs are up there too. Him and Wemby.
Imagine Flag and Wemby on the same court. Holy crap!
I mean, I would love
With
that.
Fox.
But ideally, I want the Sixers to get.
Oh no! Obviously, Chris. I hope you.
I need it, dude. I suffer.
Dude,
so
imagine,
much.
imagine if Flag decides to stay.
He wouldn't. I don't think he'd stay if one of those 3 teams were up there. I think he'd stay if
The problem is he'd have to pull. He'd have to pull too early. Like you won't. The draft lottery is what, like a month before the draft.
May 12th.
Okay, so he's got to declare by when. Hey Nick, you look at when players got to declare for the draft, like when they have to like make a decision. It's got to be a deadline. But yeah, no, that's interesting. The whole thing about Cooper Flag is interesting because I think it was that one of the guys on Pivot who brought it up. Like you should just go back.
June 15th.
Like, June 15th?
June 15th is the draft, yeah.
Oh, shit. Wow. This isn't like the NFL where there's like a whole... Wow, they literally have until the day of.
No, that's insane. Having a whole scouting report wrapped around this one guy, and he's like, I'm going to go back to Duke. And they're like, well, all right.
That's awful.
Duke.
Actually, hold on.
This is one of those 3 players.
The deadline is June 15th. The draft is June 26th. So they have 11 days.
Okay, so they and you said the lottery is May, whatever it was.
May 12th.
That is correct.
That's a Monday night. Yeah.
Okay.
So they could watch the lottery and be like,
nah fam, I'll go back to school.
Dude,
I actually kind of like that though because like it's not like the NFL draft where you know who's gonna have the first overall pick. Like Cam Ward knew he was going to the Giants, the Browns, or the Titans. He knew it was one of those 3 teams.
Especially that last one. The last team.
Oh yeah, the Titans. I was gonna say the first one.
Nah, I know how you feel.
That's a
God saved Cam Ward by making the Titans intelligent for once. I was gonna tell you because the problem is, how are you gonna tell me that his career is gonna be successful when he's got the Commanders D line, the Cowboys of Parsons, or the Eagles monstrosity, and that they love him that much? I can't with that. So I'm happy that I mean this is maybe the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I don't even know if I trust their quarterback yet.
Falcon up, dude.
Oh, dang, man, he's
I
a Falcons
like
fan.
I believe I
Falcon
like his belief in it though. I really truly do. So,
dude, I always want to be like a
because he
British
literally
Falcon.
is like, I love the belief. I do. I truly do.
Like
I also want the Falcons to win the NFC South.
Dude, Wemby on the
We
Falcons.
own the Falcons.
Whoa,
2, they're not the Bucs.
Wembley. That'd be insane.
Bro, I'm all
Cooper
about Michael
Flag is
Penix
straight
getting
in.
him a division title, bro.
Yeah, no, if Michael. I mean, I'm not going to give Michael Penix any flack. Those last couple of games, last part of the season. But listen, the whole offseason, he's the starter. He just kind of gets everything together. Falcons should be a serious threat in that division.
They gotta deal Kirk though, man. Like they gotta let him go somewhere. They can't be holding on to his contract. Like,
I mean, Kurt's an old man. Just came off the Achilles tear. He's in his late 30s.
He's getting paid way too much money.
Oh yeah, well, his agent's just a Hall of Fame agent apparently. I mean, I'd take that guy.
Well, I mean, listen, the dude put up the numbers, but the problem is, like, Kirk Cousins is 4 years older than 5 years older than me. He was 2012 draft class, which means he was drafted the year before I graduated high school, which means he's 35. Easy. If he took a redshirt year, he's 36. So, like, that's rough,
I think
bro.
he might be 36, 37.
Yeah, so he was a redshirt because I think he transferred. I know Foles. So you know that quarterback room at one point was Foles, Kirk Cousins, and Connor Cook. All were in the same draft. All were in the same. You know what's crazy? Cousins was a. Tell me where Kirk Cousins played quarterback at. No cheating.
Wait, what?
Where did Kirk Cousins play quarterback? No cheating. In college.
At college? Michigan State.
Okay, good.
I have an ultimate team quarterback. That's why in NCAA football 25.
That's why, dude. You know what's crazy? You know who his backup was Nick Foles before he transferred.
Oh, the more you know. I didn't know that one.
Foles transferred in 2009 to like Arizona. My first Nick Foles experience.
That makes sense.
My first Nick Foles experience was I literally had to watch him almost rip. I was a big LaMichael James fan at Oregon, so I watched Nick Foles in Arizona take Oregon to the line. I was like, oh. And so when we drafted him, I was like, oh, I like this pick. I was like, I like this kid. He's fun. So I'm like, but he's the opposite of Michael Vick, which made my brain have to reset itself a little bit. But dude, I got to watch Michael Vick Eagles highlights today. I was like, oh God, I miss the Michael Vick years.
You didn't watch Gruden's quarterback class?
I could not care less because three of the quarterbacks.
Why? It's fun.
The only quarterbacks I care about are McCord or Dart. The rest of them are I guess Slowick too. The kid from Louisville. Show, whatever. Slow, low, show, faux, no, whatever.
Where's that Thug Ewers going?
Thug Ewers.
Yo, Ewers is going to Ewers will be like a backup for the Steelers next like 5 years. He'll be backup Ron.
He's got the iciest smile, dude. He's like, can't stand.
All I care about is my boy from the U's going. Cam Ward, shout out, baby. He's going to Tennessee, which I love because I've been a Titans so the four teams I root for. My Eagles aren't on. Raiders because of my uncle. Lions because of lovable losers. Titans because I loved CJ2K as a kid, and then I'd say the Bengals because of Chad Ochocinco.
Oh yeah, I'm a Jaguars fan.
Or like it's like a Bengals Ravens coin flip. Depends on who's annoying me less that week because I loved Ray Lewis and Ed Reed growing up too, so it was hard.
Yeah, I like the defenders.
Also Texans. I root for a lot. All right. Great transition. Nate, are we ready for some UFL talk?
We sure are.
All right, so Friday night's matchup.
Boom!
Gades versus the Stallions. Brother, what is the... Give him booms. I'm sorry your friend died. Boom! Boom!
Oh, what's up?
Literally the worst clip I've ever seen on the internet. Dude, so by the way, I love how the Yankees, Matt, shout to your boys for rejecting them coming on the field for them. God, I love it. The Mets didn't they give the Rizzler the first pitch though?
No, the Mets.
I like the Rizzler.
It's the Mets. They gotta kick every sideshow freak. They took freaking they took a Hawk-Tua girl, and now she's disappeared off the map because she, insider trading and investment.
She's cleared now, by the way. She's cleared.
What? She's cleared? How? That's a pump and dump scheme if I've ever seen one. That is economics 101. That is a freaking felony. How she cleared?
Boo.
I failed economics. I knew that was a freaking felony.
How many?
Holy crap!
How many?
How is she? Listen, good for her. She got the best damn lawyers on the planet. How is she cleared? What?
Dude,
That makes
beating
no sense.
beating a fraud scan, that's 3 big booms right there. you know?
Damn, that's like 8. That's like 30 big booms. What the hell? Nate's gonna be going for like 5 minutes trying to do like Cam Newton daps. All right,
She-
Renegade Stallions. Matt Corral was amazing for Birmingham last week, but he's also taking on Perez, who has been exceptional for the Renegades. I'm not gonna lie, this may be the best quarterback matchup of the week besides Teamu versus my boy Mr. Wilkins in St. Louis. But I like this game, one, because it's a Friday matchup. It's going to give us off a good start for the weekend tomorrow. Nate, I'm sorry. Give me the Stallions. I think Matt Corral is going to be an absolute.
Ride 'em, cowboy.
You're a Renegades fan. How are you mad? How are you okay?
No, I said ride 'em, cowboy. You know, like.
I mean, I'm okay with that, but brother, I'm almost undefeated. I'm
That's
8-1. Like
I'm
I
just
haven't
gonna have
missed
fun.
yet.
I'm just
Or
here to have
7-1.
fun.
I haven't missed yet.
I don't even know who the hell these teams are, bro. I'm gonna just
Take it. Whoever's the better team name, Chris.
give me the Stallions.
Shout out that's your boy Kelsey's
I'm
team,
a
by the way.
stallion, baby.
Shout out Shrek 2.
Correct, too.
See, I know Chris's references too hard because we had the same childhood growing up.
I had my tooth came out when I was younger, and I put it on my pillow. And I thought I was gonna get money, but I got the bootleg version of Madagascar. But I put the disc in, and it was like a Club Onyx promo. I didn't see the movie.
Oh my god,
Dude,
dude! I sent this meme to my friends today. It was a map of Africa. It's how Westerners view Africa. The red part was Egypt. It was like, oh, let's go see the pyramids. The yellow part was, oh, African wilderness. Let's go on a safari. And then the island of Madagascar is in blue. I like to move it. I was like, that is that is the best part. Madagascar, iconic film, the first one. I've never seen. I think I took my little sister to see the second one. Was there a third one?
Moto?
Yo, I know Moto, but yeah, I did see the second one. So I think isn't there like a third one or a fourth one?
Yeah, they go to Europe.
That one was wild too, man.
Europe.
The
Circus.
animals.
Besides
Circus.
Poland, I don't want to go to
The
Europe.
animals,
It's a
huh?
socialism capital.
Yeah. Where they go?
All right, Maddie, who you
They go to
taking?
Bulgaria.
Renegade or Stallions?
I'm a big Luis Perez fan. I mean, he's been putting up great stats. My only issue is that I don't know. Last week they only put up like 11 points against the 0-2 Roughnecks,
Against Houston,
and he still had a good. He
Nobody
still
on
had
the
a good.
roster.
He still had a very good statistical game, but he still struggled. They still struggled offensively versus the Roughnecks. So I'm gonna take Matt Corral, the Stallions here. I'm gonna ride the hot hand. This was a different Stallions team with Corral at quarterback. They put up 21 last week. I'll ride in with Corral and the Stallions in this matchup.
All right, Nate. Do I even have to questions? You're going Renegades, right?
Yes, sir. Yeehaw.
I mean, I guess that kind of tracks. Their name's not the Cowpokes, but I'll roll with it. All right, who's up next, Nate?
We got the Roughnecks and the Showboats.
Jesus.
Wow, they're really aiming low on the Saturday game. Damn.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Where's the Roughnecks from?
Houston.
Houston,
They're the
yeah.
worst. They're the worst team in the league, or second
That's my
worst team in the league.
team. That's my
I'm
team.
talking about. Hey,
They got their little band.
We're gonna
Behind-
rough them up. We're gonna rough up them necks.
You're gonna like their emblem. They got
I'm going
it's like
favorites again. Give me the
bandana
show.
over their face.
Yeah. We're Dennis from the SpongeBob movie.
Yeah, it's literally It's except Dennis's brain.
Real man mustaches.
Burgess the mustache. Just pops out, dude. I'm a roughneck rider.
The Cyclops. All right, yeah, no, I'm going with the Showboats. They get Ken Wisenhunt back, and they look like
That's
a good
zesty.
game. Hey, Chris, you remember the name Ken Wisenhunt, right?
Yeah, I feel like I do.
Cardinals 2008 Super Bowl run.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, Ken Wisenhunt is the head coach of the Showboats.
Showboat.
dude, they looked like a completely different team without him there. They're 0-2 right now, so the Roughnecks. Somebody's got to win this game. The Showboats look a lot more impressive. They took Matt's defenders right to the rim. I watched that entire game between Duke versus the Duke game and the Florida game before it. Give me the Showboats to win. They're not – Roughnecks are covering because they make every game ugly. Shout out to Cornelder in that Houston defense, but Miami legend Cornelder. But give me Showboats.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with you and take the Showboats here. Perry had a good game last week. Going 18 to 28 for 205 against the defenders, and I don't know. The Showboats just showed some promise last week, and they showed the. I mean, the Roughnecks put up 9 points last week. I'll take the Showboats. I think the Roughnecks go 0-3.
Show me your Showboats.
Ooh, not on camera.
No, not like that. Not like that. Whoa, chat.
Ooh, pause.
We just
Nate.
that's the defense.
Man, I already picked one upset. Oh, I picked one pick that's not.
Wait, we don't reward upsets with a 4-pack. It's too small of a sample size.
Give me them Rough
know what?
Riders.
You know what? Yeah, I agree.
X
We gonna rough
give
them
it
up.
to you.
Go rough them up. Oh, so the Showboats falling to 0-3. Okay.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
X gonna give it to you. We Houston.
Hey, yo.
Hey,
Relax.
DMX.
I'm messing with it. I love DMX.
Oh my
All right.
God, chat.
DMX, get up.
Don't chat again. I'm kicking your ass. This ain't Twitch, dude. I ain't about that like brain rot Gen Alpha crap. All right, move on to the next one. What we got, Nate?
Make some money.
We got this trash team
Oh
versus
my
the
god,
Panthers.
this is bad.
The
Give me the
Brahma?
Just give me the Panthers.
Where are they from?
Michigan versus San Antonio. The Brahmas or San Antonio.
That's my second.
There's so many
Oh
Texas
my God,
teams.
dude, San Antonio is so bad. How
There's
are they this
Arlington,
bad?
San Antonio, and Houston.
Oh no,
Dude, the
I'm
Brahmas have gotten murdered every team they played this year.
Especially you guys last week.
No, I
Yeah,
was going to
so-
say the rent. You guys really effed them up.
As we
Dude.
should.
Chris, the Brahmas did so bad. Nate picked them to be his favorite team before the season started, and then they had their week 1 performance, and he jumped ship immediately. That's how bad it was.
Bro.
So for that, I'm taking the Panthers. For that, I'm taking the Panthers. Brahmas will go 0-3.
Love it.
Yeah, I think the
Bro,
Brahmas and the Roughnecks might get relegated to like college football. At
No,
this
not
point.
my Roughnecks. I'm gonna get like a hat or something.
Nice, dude. Yo, the red, white, and blue, Chris.
Oh yeah, American Roughnecks.
Yes, they're Houston, but yeah. So
Yeah.
I like the blue. Yo, honestly, the Battlehawks home unis are fire, so I'm kind of happy with the ones that pick. The Michigan Panthers have maybe the lamest uniform color. They're maroon and gold.
Yeah.
What are they? Florida State's weird cousin that actually wins football games.
Maroon and gold.
Oh,
Minnesota football.
Golden Gophers.
Over.
Chris, I had the ones mixed up. So the Roughnecks are the ones that is like the Dennis from SpongeBob.
That's the Renegades. That's the Renegades.
Yeah, not the Roughnecks. The Renegades are the ones that have a little bandana thing across their face. So that's where you can get the Dennis from SpongeBob one with the red eyes.
That's Nate's team right there. Nate's the Renegades.
Oh, I need. Damn, I'll stick with the Roughnecks.
They also got the really like cool like light teal like uniforms. They're kind of badass.
The Roughnecks logo is like very similar to like the Houston Oilers, except it's a red tower.
Can I see it?
Yeah, let me find. And,
If they win it all, I'm going to the parade.
We're going to Houston. I'll go hang. We'll go hang with Hector for a day. I'll make the trip with you.
Yeah, I can get behind it.
That was the team that PJ Walker paid for before he went to the Carolina Panthers.
Shout out Temple.
There you go.
oh, literally a side by side pick. It's very similar.
No way.
Very similar. All right.
That's
Last
it.
but not least, the Matt and Jared Bowl. Wait, Nate, you didn't pick it, did you? Brahmas or Panthers?
I'll give you the Panthers. Roar!
There we go.
Nate, okay. Let me be honest with you, Matt. Are you gonna take the Brahmas here?
No, I already took the Panthers. This one I'm taking the Defenders, obviously. The Beer
Oh, yeah.
Snakes are going to go 3-0.
Cool. Go Battlehawks, baby.
No,
That's my
no
team.
way. No way.
Dude, literally, their hashtags could call.
T.
What-
Widowy
what-
just did not do that.
He woodily just cawed.
He
I'm
literally
gonna start
just got
kicking
caught
I'm gonna
on
start kicking
screen
people.
on Corner Booth.
So
Baby
your
boys get
options
you picked.
are the Battlehawks or the team that like has like a 200-foot long beer snake.
Also, the Battlehawks have the most sellout crowds in the UFL, as in 3.
They don't
they
have beer
they
snake.
sell out the most tickets every week.
They don't consume thousands of cans of beer and they just stack.
They
the
probably
cups
do.
up.
They just don't make a show out of it.
Okay, hold on. This is how I'm picking it. Which one would probably have a better tailgate?
Oh, honestly,
Probably.
I don't know because you get all the ex-Rams fans who are bitter versus DC, which you drink because you live in a shithole. That's coin flip.
Both have like good food. Like St. Louis is gonna have really good barbecue, and then DC, the DMV has like that really good like soul / like the seafood and everything.
I'm gonna Google right now. Better tailgates, DC or St. Louis?
St. Louis does have the cards too.
Actually, I'm on my phone. I don't know how I'm gonna do this without leaving the stream.
All I know is the Battlehawks have ex-Philadelphia Eagle Hakeem Butler.
There's the little beer snake. Just going.
See, that's sick, dude. See?
All right, you can pick him. You're just gonna lose.
Or will you?
I got no ties. I'm a Roughneck fan, so.
All right, Nate, who you picking?
You know what? I believe,
I don't care, man.
I believe in your boys. I need a favorite, so give me the Battlehawks. I picked 2 upsets.
go,
Maddie,
man.
I'm with you, bro.
There we go.
Let's defend the wall.
What was that, Nate?
That
You
came
look
from
like a bird just learned how to fly, and he's like,
Sure, I got like 2 feet off the ground.
yeah.
We gotta get you a costume.
Oh my god.
We get you outside like a car wash or something.
Nate, you look
I
like
got
me
me-
in the.
Yeah.
You look like me in the deep end of a
Come
pool.
to Eagle Times.
Dude, I actually saw 3
Man.
bald eagles flying on my job site today. It was actually pretty badass.
That's American as hell.
Oh yeah. I was like,
Damn. Escort
watch-
home.
Watch, Chris is gonna watch some of the Roughnecks this weekend, and it's gonna be like really bad. And he's gonna be like, "Fuck this! Oops,
I'm gonna do like a side by
fuck
side.
this."
yeah, damn it.
I made it an hour and 7 minutes and 8 seconds.
Come on, man. We don't record this one. This is live only.
I got the Roughnecks
Whatever.
and
We
Rocky
apologize for Matt's potty mouth to our sponsors. So by the way, Duckman says hello, boys.
Hi, Doc, man.
You
Duck
remember
and
Angela,
eater.
Duke, our resident
forever,
golf
man.
expert.
Duck
Anyway,
man.
so
Yeah,
a
he's like,
few
drinks the
fun
wine.
things.
Oh,
So-
no, I know Mr. Duck, man.
Yes. So here are Duckman said, "Hey, will you please put in?" By the way, if you can check Angela Duke, his podcast is called.
Yeah, I would like all of his videos every day. He puts up morning wood, and then he just walks.
Yeah,
up
Morning
front
Wood
door.
is like my favorite thing in the world. That is his morning segment.
Look at Nate's face.
All right, so our boy
Oh,
Angela
boy,
Duke.
going root. Oh, my God.
Davidson Pivots is the name of his podcast, by the way. Before you guys, Morning Wood is his morning segment that he records on his porch every morning. It's actually pretty funny. But Davidson Pivots is his podcast. It's the best golf podcast in the market, by the way. Check it out. Besides Bogey Golf, which is ours. Shout out our boys at Bogey Golf. Anyway, so here are his bets he put in. Minwoo Lee to win the whole tournament. Minwoo Lee to finish top 10. Keegan Bradley finish top 10. Colin Morikawa to win. And then he said a couple headlines he wanted everyone to look at. One, Max Homa's caddy left last week, and the caddy is now holding the bag for Justin Thomas. Rory is going for the career Grand Slam after his best start of the season yet. 2 wins before the Masters. Not bad for Rory. That's your boy there, Cressy. Spieth is informed to try to bring back some of the magic he had before. Obviously, we all remember Jordan Spieth from obviously 2014 to about 2018. He was one of the better up and rising golfers. Ludwig Amberg is kind of one of those golfers on the rise. Duck likes him to finish top 10. And then, of course, Keegan Bradley, obviously coming off the whole Ryder Cup performance, is just something that's why he put him in for the top 10. Angel Cabrera is another one 2 years ago with how his performance was here at Augusta. He said those are guys to kind of look forward to. It sucks. It's the first Masters without Tiger in a while, or at least the one I remember. Beer's a weird thing. Anyway, by the way, fun story. We have a father-son duo caddying for the first time ever. And I know them both. They grew up in my town. One grew up in my town. The other one is the husband of one of my mom's good friends. So Joe LaCava, former caddy Tiger Woods. I do not know his current golfer's name. His son, Joe Jr., who I played football. I played in the same football program as him. He's 4 years younger than me. He is now caddying for another golfer who qualified for the Masters. So 2 golfers, 2 caddies that are father and son. It's pretty cool. So shout out to the LaCava family. Very cool story. All right, boys, we'll go round table. Who you got win the Masters? I know Chrissy took Rory, obviously. I'm going to take Scotty Scheffs. Maddie, who are you taking to win the Masters here?
Man. I mean, if I have to take a actual pick, I will say I'll go with Bryson DeChambeau.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go. I think he's like the 4th right now favorite. I'll take the bargain right there. 5th. I'll take the bargain for DeChambeau. I think he comes back. If I'm picking a want, like, this will be a fun one, I'm sticking with Matsuyama.
Give me fella former. If I can't get Scotty Scheffler for some reason, give me fella Philadelphia Eagles fan Max Homa.
I'm taking Corey Connors.
Ooh.
So, I love Rory. He's a little down in the weeds right now, but he'll come back. Yeah, Corey Connors was my sleeper coming in. Only Canadian guy, I think, on the tour. I guess that's a fun fact. So, yeah, give me CC.
Nice, dude. All right.
Nate the Great.
Just-
You know your cousins?
Nah, Minwoo Lee is not Asian. He's Australian, so that just took him off my.
Nate's
my
like,
options.
nah, fam.
Hell yeah.
Nah, man. Yeah, he ain't true Asian, bro. No, sir.
Australian Asian. It's a beautiful breed. Like that.
Yes, sir. Give me. He looks Asian enough, but he's American. But I'll take it. Give me Michael Kim.
Yes, sir. Let's go, baby. That's one of my top 10 finishes.
I'm talking
That's
about
my dog,
yes, sir.
baby. Dude, he actually classifies.
Jared just put the
American-
guns in his holster, dude. He just
Woo!
taunting
Yo, honestly, like low key, one of my favorite Masters memories was this is back when I was still running the show with Mark. This is 2019, 2018, a long time ago. And so it's Masters week in 2019. And all I remember is I ran to the can because I was watching the Masters. I ran off and I'm literally washing my hands and my phone starts blowing up. It's Mark, it's Kev, it's half the belly up group chat because back then it was like only 30 something people. And all I see is ESPN. Tiger Woods wins the Masters. I was like, let's go. I'm like pumping my fist. I'm like, let's go, baby. Because I grew up idolizing Tiger was one of my favorite athletes growing up. So I was like, this is awesome.
Tiger's the man, dude.
Tiger's the man. I really hope I can use some of the relationships I have to possibly interview him one day when I'm a little more experienced. But, love Tiger. Definitely love Tiger. All right. So we covered Masters. We covered UFL. We covered our playoff brackets. Boys, we got about 10 minutes left. The floor is all yours. What is eating your goat today? What do you guys want to talk about? We haven't had this in a while.
What's eating your? All right, for sure. Well, you guys signed a receiver today.
We did. Terrence Marshall Jr. I'm interested about this.
LSU national champion.
I know Chris is going to be happy about it because he's a former LSU guy.
Say it, Matt.
I feel
Go
like
Tigers.
Go
Tigers.
Tigers.
Chris. Say it.
I always feel like he was kind of underused at Carolina because like his strength is running deep and catching the ball.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, just another guy add to the depth chart. It's not.
So I got
crazy
excited
size.
when we signed John
Take it.
Ross last year. Okay, like
Yeah.
it's all.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember that. That was a good
Take
time.
John Ross. I forgot about that.
Speedster. Oh, Tyreek Hill's in trouble, by the way.
Oh, by the
Oh,
way,
yeah.
John Ross actually has a Super Bowl.
Oh
ring.
God.
Because
Yeah,
he
Tyreek
played,
Hill's getting
he
divorced,
played a
too.
snap on the roster. He technically has a Super Bowl ring now.
I'm about to go see the Minecraft movie.
Hell yeah.
Did you hear about like
Did you see
when
the chicken?
Yeah, Jack
The
Black's
chicken.
his character comes on. It's supposed to be some sort of chicken thing, and then people just start throwing popcorn everywhere, going insane. Like he just won the
they
Super Bowl.
trashed the theater and like somebody brought like a live chicken.
Yeah,
Who brings a
Yeah,
live
yeah.
chicken to a movie theater?
Yeah, that's
I don't
the
know.
craziest move ever, dude.
I don't know how they snuck that in.
I don't know you bring a chicken in there, dude.
They put it in your purse or something.
Yo,
I get it.
honestly, I feel like
Like-
somebody like
like
it was an inside
animal.
job. Somebody like the movie theater had to let him in the back door or something like that.
Dude, he had to say like it's my service animal, dude, like a rooster, dude. Like how the hell are you gonna pull that?
Dude, my favorite service animal joke, because people abuse the hell out of the service animal thing, is when Jurassic Park was doing the promos for Jurassic World Dominion, whatever the second one was, and they had Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard at the airport, and like, oh, this is my service raptor, and you see Blue's claws coming out trying to claw through the cage, and then it's like, sir, that's not a service animal. He goes, yeah, it's my service raptor, and you're just like, and then Bryce Dallas Howard's like, he can't fly without it.
It's a good promo. I remember that first movie. I already told my stepdad. I said, "Bro, I see a T-Rex. I'm running out the ditch, dude. I'm gone." Oh, damn it!
Dude, are you kidding me? Like, T-Rex is my favorite when I was a kid, man.
Yeah.
Jurassic Park. Do-do-do-do.
Oh, y'all see they resurrected the dire wolf?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
what we needed.
Bro, listen, now the next thing, apparently they're going to do dodo birds and the thylacine, which is the Tasmanian tiger, I believe. And
Oh yay!
Wait, they're doing dodo birds?
yeah, they're resurrecting dodo birds because they're apparently really essential for the ecosystem they were extinct from. I don't know.
Dude,
And
we
then
got to bring back
We're doing
the
the
Alaskan
big.
boar.
Here's the big one: woolly mammoths.
Yeah, bring
And
back
there's a
everything
whole
from Ice
reason
Age
behind
while
it.
you're at it.
So here the thing is, they're trying to remake woolly mammoths. Apparently, they're already in embryo stage or whatever. Because apparently, in the northern Siberian plain, where there's something they do up there with either it's the vegetation or the fact of how they migrate through that whole area. Apparently, mammoths were essential to keeping carbon monoxide or some part of climate change, and they're essential to keep it there. They weren't supposed to be killed off, so I guess that's why they're bringing it back. The dire wolf is because of the mammoth population. Yo, that is one smart looking bird right there.
Looks like me with glasses.
Oh my god,
Dude, we need to bring back the Alaskan bullworm.
it's big, hairy, and pink.
That's horrible.
Hell.
Wait, what is?
That bro
oh,
just
so
eats
it's Patrick
popcorn or
Kelly
something
button
after
like
or
that.
like a burger. That's like that's horrible. Sandy, better get away from
Nah,
that
it's
bird.
okay,
Don't
nah.
come back here, young
I won't
lady.
really pay attention to the start bringing back like saber-tooth tigers. Let's make
Dude,
let's
they
make
bring
it
back
really
Diego
chaotic.
from Ice Age, dude. I'm gonna go down.
We about it. Let's have a bear tiger. So everyone, funny thing is the saber-tooth tiger is really crazy because they're basically, if you took like a Kodiak bear, mixed it with a tiger, and gave it teeth that were about that long.
Dude, I would kill to see a saber-toothed tiger in real life.
I would too. I would, dude. Honestly, I know all we got to do is we got to isolate it, but like let's make Jurassic Park for real. But like this time, no humans.
Yeah,
You can
like
only watch it via drone. You can only watch it via drone. They airdrop food in there, and it's a whole ecosystem, and that's it. Like it will just.
yeah, we turn it to like an amusement park, and then people go to it, and then like the
Yeah,
dinosaurs.
no. Instead of that,
Mr. Beast.
you can only watch via drone. There's a ship off the coast where they operate. They
we'll
fly
call
the
it
drones
we'll call it feast games.
Today we're in Jurassic Park.
Brutal. It's
from.
brutal.
The second one of these dudes at this biometrics lab goes, "Oh, we're gonna resurrect the T-Rex." No.
Fuck, dude. No way. Dude, feast games would be brutal.
I'm
Imagine,
actually
like,
a little excited to watch
belly
the
up version
Jurassic
of that.
Park that's coming out because I heard the third one was so. I
What, the
watched
rebirth?
Rebirth
They
with
literally
ScarJo.
said
I
run
guess
it back.
apparently it's fun.
Yeah, they keep saying it, run it back with like new A-list actors. I mean,
Isn't
I'm
Chris
for
Pratt?
it. Yeah, I mean, Chris Pratt was good. The original was good with Sam Neill, and now I think they have ScarJo doing it.
Yeah,
That should
ScarJo's
be
doing it,
interesting.
and then like there's somebody else famous in the movie. I can't remember, but yeah, I was like, you know what? I'll give it a watch.
Yeah, it's they got to bring back Cars.
Oh, for sure,
Dynaco.
bro.
Chris,
I
big Cars
hated
guy.
Chick Hicks. I hate Chick Hicks, bro. Hate that guy.
Watch your mouth, bro.
Yeah, he's
Hey,
about
I
to
ain't
go
gonna lie,
get Hot
bro.
Wheels, baby.
Oh my god.
I wasn't kidding. Y'all thought I was joking.
That's the only car. That's the only car that that I
Bro,
love the
Cruz
most.
Ramirez could get it any day, for real, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Nate's talking about a car like that. What? Where are you going to stick it? The muffler?
Hey, stick it anywhere, bro. As long as it works. A hole's
Hey, yo!
Hey, that'll do it. That'll do it.
On that note,
And this is where we get canceled. All right.
You say that every episode.
Boom. All right.
We're so sorry about, we're so sorry about your car getting attacked. I'll be
Oh,
5
nice.
big booms.
She got boomed inside, if you know what I mean.
Before we
Oh,
shoot
God
ourselves in the
damn
foot
it, dude.
anymore, shout out to our amazing sponsors. Righteous Felon, promo code Corner
Takes a
Booth.
righteous felon.
I'm sorry, Righteous Felon Belly for 15% off your checkout. Official sponsor of Nate's Penalty Box and Belly Up Sports. Promo code Belly Up 20 is the promo code for Canada Dips, the best dip supplement, the dip substitute around. It's a CBD substitute for your usual dipping tobacco needs. It's great stuff. And of course, SeatGeek, the best ticketing app on the planet. I am exhausted. I apologize. Promo code BEBSports for $20 off your first initial purchase. It is a great app. I was able to find my tickets for Yankees Diamondbacks on there. Great stuff. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we hope you have an amazing weekend. Happy Masters weekend, everybody. We will see you guys next on Monday, actually, for our mock draft show. That's right. Me, Matt, and Nate are going to go around the horn. Every single pick, go through 1 through 32. It's probably about an hour draft lengthwise. We'll obviously talk UFL. We'll talk a couple headlines, obviously, but yeah. And then 2 weeks from today, there's an NFL draft show coming up. I don't know I don't know who's hosting it. I don't know who's doing it. I'll be there. Matt's going to be there. Nate's going to be there. We'll have a good time. But, ladies and gentlemen, shout out to our boy Chris Lipoff for coming through tonight. Chrissy, love you, brother.
Oh, it was you guys.
Best hair in the game right there. All right. We
Oh,
will see you guys on Monday. Hope you guys have an amazing weekend. And obviously, go Snakes, go Battlehawks.
Go A's.
debatable.
Yeah,
Go
I'll
Phils.
go A's. Yeah, go A's.
Yeah.
Go Phils. Go Yanks. I don't play any you weenies this weekend. I play the Brewers. Sorry, Vince.
We got the
Ew.
damn
All right,
Schwarber
peace.
bomber.
Well,
Love you guys.
go Jets. Making Allen Lazard take an $8 million pay cut.